Robberies, injuries, and lapses. This year's E3 has some alarming security incidents. Apparently the big wigs at E3 this year had a bunch of big ass security guards on them and nobody could ever get even close to them. Considering what E3 used to be when it was just solely limited to industry professionals, it wasn't really like that. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not really familiar with how the security went at previous E3s, but if this Kotaku article isn't just clickbaiting us here, this is kind of concerning. Look at some of the E3 footage. You saw how many people they had packed together, crammed, standing shoulder to shoulder in that place. I mean, of course, I'm not going to say it was a bad event because of that, and people who don't want to go, like me, would just stay home, but it did look a little bit concerning, so you might want to make sure that you bring with you a bulletproof vest and a stick of deodorant for the next time you go to E3. What's going on, guys? Etika from the Etika World Network here. Why does everybody assume that I thought the E3 presentation from Nintendo was bad? Just because I didn't get a couple of my favorite wanted games doesn't mean that the whole thing goes to shit. I can see this from a perspective different than mine, and there are a lot of heavy hitters there. Do I really have to name them? Metroid, Pokemon. The Switch does have a very bright future. I know I seem doom and gloom in ways I've talked about it before, but don't worry. That's just my crippling paranoia and anxiety kicking in. I actually don't have crippling paranoia or anxiety, okay? I'm just saying. Or do I? Normally, when E3 goes down, that kind of gives us the blueprint for how the rest of the year will look, or maybe even a little bit into next year. So when we saw the Nintendo presentation, it killed every single piece of my erection in terms of Smash Brothers expectations, but it may not be over just yet. There may still be a couple of surprises in store, and maybe not even like the kind of surprises that Bill Trinen tried to hint to. Do you guys remember when we were doing the Nintendo Direct Reaction and Bill Trinen had tweeted in the middle of the Treehouse presentation, hey, you guys do want to stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this game. And as soon as he tweeted that, everybody responded. They hit me up in the chat like, Etika, Bill Trinen, you know, Nintendo executive, just said that the fucking Treehouse is going to reveal something crazy. And I was like, oh my god. So I responded to it right away. And I said, Bill, please do not do this to me. Instantly, almost instantly, Bill Trinen was like, wait a minute. Actually, it's just a small game. Nothing too serious. Calm the fuck down. He didn't say it directly to me. But I know damn well he said it. Seeing my tweet. That man Bill Trinen said, hold up. We them boys. My question is this a similar situation? Because apparently Reggie's saying that there's more to expect. Now, in terms of the actual hardware of the Switch itself, I thought this cute baby was going to get some more functionality with apps, external stuff like that. I mean, it got a little update the other day, which made it so that you can access the volume controls with a long press of the home button on the quick menu. So that's kind of sick. I asked for that option earlier. I mean, I know a lot of people must have, and they did it. So they're listening to us. The updates are definitely going to come out for that little thing eventually. But I was hoping for a web browser, something along those lines this year. We didn't get it, but maybe something like that could be revealed here. So let's take a look at exactly what it is Reggie said. Of course, this is a first time reaction, so we're going to be seeing it together. Who knows, maybe it can mean something as little as Switch accessories, or it could be something as major as Smash Brothers coming. And by the way, wait, hold on a second. Why does everybody think that I wanted a new Smash Brothers game, like a Smash Brothers 5 on the Switch to be announced right now? That wasn't where I was coming from, okay? Let me explain this real quick. I thought it would be a port. I mean, didn't Pokken come out after Smash Brothers? I just thought that maybe they would port Smash 4 over. They didn't have to even add any new characters, to be honest with you. It would have just been sick to at least know that Smash 4 was getting ported over. I mean, I don't want a new Smash. I know how long it takes for those games to come out. Everybody thought that I was being unrealistic in my expectations. I don't think looking forward to at least the announcement of a port was bad. It's just a little port, that's all. But then again, would Sakurai really put himself through all that trouble just to make a port? He probably want to make a full game knowing how much of a perfectionist he is. But no, I wasn't expecting Smash Brothers 5 to be announced just yet, alright? Just a little port. They ported Pokken, they port Smash. There's different companies, I know. But I mean, still, come on, man. Come on, man. Maybe 2018. Fils-aimé has revealed to Waypoint that the company has more to announce for the popular system in 2017. Let's hope it's a good mix of first and third-party titles. I just want more features for the actual hardware itself, man. Make this thing more robust and sexy and overall appealing. I'm getting a little scared because Nintendo has not said anything about the video recording functionality with the share button ever since the Switch's expose event back in January. Will that still be a thing? Did you guys ever see how the screenshots of the Switch look? Those things are so reduced quality and so compressed, they look like trash on the Switch screen when you take a screenshot. So I mean, video is probably gonna be something like what? Like 480p? maybe it wouldn't even be worth it to add that feature at this point, but I'm just making presumptions. I'm not a game developer. But to be clear, we look at E3 in the here and now. Our focus is on games that are largely going to be available now and by the end of the holiday season. And when you look at that lineup, there's a strong game coming every month, starting tomorrow with ARMS, Splatoon 2, which, yes, is going to be the wave. The Mario and Rabbids game, fuck that game. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, man. Fuck Mario and Rabbids. I don't care personally, and I'm not saying that you don't have to care, but Rabbids don't. The most funny thing about that game is the Rabbid Peach. Am I gonna be picking the shit up? No, I won't, but maybe I'll try it on a friend's console, and then, you know, like, I don't know, but like, I'm gonna leave a straw poll in the description of this video. Are you excited about this Mario and Rabbids thing? Let me know. I would have personally preferred if they did Mario and Rayman, but I mean, you know, I'm not gonna act like an entitled little bitch. You know, I know niggas, they like talking about that. I'm not gonna be a little bitch, all right, nigga. And then he says September, October with Super Mario Odyssey, and quote, we've got that great pace of content, and I can tell you that there is more to be announced. So can we really take from that there's a huge announcement on the horizon? Maybe, maybe not. But December, holiday season, is a great time for them to announce a big game. So who knows? Maybe a potential Smash port could actually be revealed at that point in development, but it's a big assumption. It does just seem like he's saying it just for the sake of saying it. Oh yeah, we've got big things planned. Everyone fucking says that. I fucking say that all the time, man. So I mean, can you really listen to that and say instantaneously, all right, we have something that like we're really anticipating that's definitely going to be revealed then? Because that's what we said about E3. And no Smash, no Animal Crossing. However, I did find something interesting in regards to actual functionality with the hardware, which is something that I've been going on and on about. Save files not being able to be transferred or backed up or saved to a cloud function service kind of sucks for us Switch owners, because if you lose your hardware, I mean, you could always just re-download the games, or you might have the games as hardware copies at home, but you lose your save data completely. Well, they addressed this issue too. In an article, they said, stay tuned for Switch file management and backup. There's still no file management system. Is that something that's coming, or is it concern over piracy? Our focus is to launch the Switch, making it a game playing device, yes, and to play games, we need save data. So I mean, maybe make it easy for us to have our save data. It's really about thinking how to do this in a way that makes good business sense, but something that the consumer is going to be excited about. We are aware of requests of cloud saves or file management, but it scares me because Nintendo, I just feel like Nintendo was going out of their way to avoid servers by all means. I mean, having a server dedicated to cloud saves or to gameplay sessions, so you don't do that peer-to-peer bullshit, would be amazing for the Switch. I mean, especially since we're all paying once that Nintendo Online service comes out, or whatever the hell it's called, the subscription service. I mean, wouldn't you be able to afford a server by then pretty damn easily? And plus, Nintendo, don't you have fucking billions in the bank? Just get a server, please. Get multiple servers. Make the Switch robust. We need it to be robust. Sure, it's a monthly cost. All right, fine then. But I mean, it'll add to the quality of the system because it's already pretty damn quality. So just get a fucking server, man. Make it easy for us. Or maybe they have a server and I just look like an idiot for the last few minutes. I don't know. So this dude asked, what if my Switch breaks? I lose all of my Breath of the Wild progress. If that happened, I would fucking cry and then proceed to drink a cup of bleach. Well, it's understood for a person who has 100 shrines, the concern is your data. For us, it's all about, okay, how can we do this in a way that makes sense for the consumer, that makes sense for us, and that's what we're working for. That makes sense for the consumer. Nigga, make it so that you have a server, send the save to the server, it's safe, that's all. There's no thinking to it, there's no thought process to it. Nintendo, there's been people that did this beforehand, but I understand, you know, piracy and all that, from not only how it's going to work, but also how we can do this in a way that doesn't lend itself to piracy or systems or our core software infrastructure that can be modded or hacked. These are all things we have to think about from a business standpoint. So it's a matter of safeguarding around these features. We got to create them, we got to safeguard them, we need to deliver them in a way to the consumer that makes sense. So they have a lot of thinking to do, because sadly, if you do offer backup saves on your computer or on an SD card, yes, they can be manipulated, and that's just a real fact. But I really hope that they don't crop those features in a way that makes it like a hassle to use, kind of like the Vita did. I mean, the Vita was the epitome of piracy fear from companies, where they were so caught up in all their stuff, their intellectual properties, protecting everything, that you actually didn't have any freedoms with the Vita vanilla, at least, unless you managed to somehow hack it. So it made it kind of not fun to use in a way, you know? Nintendo, I understand where you're coming from, and I prefer them to really be thinking about how they're going to do this and develop the technologies needed to prevent hardcore piracy from going all over the place when they reveal a feature like, you know, save backups and, you know, data backups, rather than putting a feature out there that's focused entirely on just protecting their intellectual properties and winding up giving us a horrible experience in doing so. So, I mean, I understand. I give you respect. I'm just an entertainer. I'm here to make niggas laugh. You know what I mean? But it makes sense to me, Nintendo. Keep doing you. Guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Are you excited about what potential stuff could be coming for the end of 2017 besides the big ones like Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey? Or is 2017 done? 2018, that's what we can look forward to for some next big stuff. I'll talk to you in the next video. Last few videos have been kind of seriously themed, so, you know, it's kind of good to go back to something a little bit more lighthearted. Take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.